Wednesday's bold and the beautiful may look calm at first, but underneath the surface, something is ready to snap. Old wounds are still open, trust is starting to break, and one decision could push a family closer to a line they cannot uncross. So stay with us, because this episode may not explode immediately, but it could quietly set up the next big war. On one hand, she has described Katie almost like the enemy. In Brooke's eyes, Katie's recent choices have not just been business decisions. They have felt personal, they have felt like betrayal. And when Brooke feels betrayed, she does not hide it well. But here is the twist. Even after all that anger, Brooke may still be the one extending a hand. That is what makes this conflict more complicated than a simple sister fight. Brooke can be furious with Katie and still love her. She can accuse her, judge her, and resent her, while also hoping there is still some way back. That emotional contradiction is exactly what keeps the Logan family drama so powerful. Katie, however, may not see Brooke's gesture as pure peace. She may wonder if Brooke is offering reconciliation because she truly wants healing, or because she wants control again. And honestly, that suspicion would make sense. Katie has spent a long time living in Brooke's shadow. So if Brooke suddenly reaches out after calling Katie's moves unforgivable, Katie may not be ready to fall back in line. The real question is whether Brooke wants peace, or whether she wants Katie to admit she was wrong. Those are two very different things. And if Brooke's version of forgiveness comes with conditions, this sisterly truce may collapse before it even begins. While the Logan family pressure builds, Dylan is facing a very different kind of temptation. Daphne Rose Walton is expected to make Dylan an appealing offer, and on the surface, this could look like opportunity. Maybe it involves perfume. Maybe it involves a creative project. Maybe Daphne sees something in Dylan and wants to pull her closer. But in soap stories, the most attractive offers are rarely simple. Dylan has already been living under pressure. There are unanswered questions around her past, around her connections, and around the people who seem to know more about her than they should. So when Daphne steps forward with something tempting, Dylan may have to ask herself one thing. Is this a chance to move forward, or is it another trap? Daphne is elegant, confident, and observant. She does not feel like someone who makes random moves. If she is approaching Dylan now, the timing matters. She may genuinely want to help, but she may also be testing Dylan, studying her reactions, or trying to uncover what Dylan is hiding. That is what makes this potential partnership interesting. Dylan may want to say yes because she needs stability. She may want a new direction, a new connection, or a reason to feel less alone. But accepting Daphne's offer could also place her directly under a brighter spotlight. And for someone with secrets, the spotlight can be dangerous. So this storyline may not explode immediately. It may begin quietly. A smile, a proposal, a polite conversation. Then slowly, Dylan realizes the offer is not just about fragrance, fashion, or business. It may be about access. And once Daphne gets closer, Dylan's past may become harder to protect. Now we come to the move that could truly light the match. Liam Spencer is encouraging Hope to consider taking a line named Hope to Logan. On paper, it sounds practical. Hope has been pushed aside at Forrester again and again. She has watched her future get debated by other people. She has been expected to wait, smile, and accept whatever decision Steffi, Ridge, or the Forrester side makes. So from Liam's point of view, this may feel like a smart solution. If Forrester will not value Hope's vision, maybe Logan will. But Brooke will not see it that way. To Brooke, this could feel like Hope crossing a line that should never be crossed. Brooke may already be angry at Katie for building momentum outside Forrester. Now if Hope joins that side with Liam's encouragement, Brooke may see it as a full family betrayal. And that is where Liam becomes the perfect target. Brooke may not just blame the idea. She may blame the person who planted it. She may look at Liam and see another Spencer man influencing a Logan woman at the worst possible time. In her anger, Brooke could paint him as reckless, selfish, and dangerous for Hope's future. But Hope may not accept that. This is important. Hope is not a child asking permission anymore. She is a woman who has been humiliated professionally and emotionally. If Brooke tries to shut her down, Hope may finally push back harder than her mother expects. Hope may argue that this is not betrayal. It is survival, and Liam may stand beside her, not behind her. That image alone could enrage Brooke, because it proves Hope is not simply being influenced. She is choosing this. She is choosing Liam. She is choosing her own career. And perhaps most painfully for Brooke, she is choosing a path Brooke cannot control. What makes this story even more explosive is that the conflict may not stay inside Forrester Creations. Hope and Liam still appear to be living on Brooke's property, and that detail suddenly matters. For a long time, the cabin has been a quiet emotional space for them. It has represented family, history, and privacy. It has also allowed Hope and Liam to remain close to Brooke's world, even when tensions were rising. But if Brooke now sees them as traitors, that living arrangement could become impossible. Imagine the tension. Brooke is furious at Katie. Ridge is caught in the middle of Forrester loyalty and Logan chaos. Hope is defending Liam. Liam is refusing to back down. And everyone is still connected by the same property, the same family space, the same emotional battlefield. That cannot last forever. Brooke may eventually decide that if Hope and Liam want to side against her, they cannot continue enjoying the comfort of her land. She may not frame it as punishment, but it would feel like one. She could insist that they need to find another place and create distance before the family completely breaks apart. But there is another possibility. Hope and Liam may leave before Brooke can push them out. That would actually be more powerful. Instead of being forced away, they could decide that staying under Brooke's roof keeps them trapped in the same old cycle. Every argument becomes personal. Every decision becomes family politics. Every romantic moment is surrounded by tension. For Hope and Liam, moving out could become more than a housing change. It could become a declaration. They are done being treated like dependents. They are done asking permission. They are ready to build something of their own. The interesting part is that all this conflict may accidentally give Hope and Liam exactly what they need. A real home of their own. Not a cabin tied to Brooke. Not a place sitting inside the emotional territory of another family member. Not a temporary space that reminds everyone of past marriages, old heartbreaks, and unfinished battles. A new home could symbolize a fresh start. Hope and Liam can afford it. That is not the issue. The issue has always been emotional attachment. The cabin carries history, and history can be comforting. But it can also become a cage. If they leave, Brooke may think she has lost control. Ridge may worry the Logan divide is getting worse. Katie may see Hope's independence as a sign that the family power structure is changing. And Steffi may realize that Hope stepping away from Brooke's property could make her more dangerous, not less. Because an independent Hope is harder to pressure. A Hope backed by Liam is harder to isolate. And a Hope connected to Logan fashion could become a serious threat to Forrester's image. That is why Wednesday's episode could be more than a family argument. It could be the start of a new phase. The Logan sisters are divided. Hope may be preparing to choose ambition over obedience. Liam may become Brooke's new enemy. And Dylan may be walking into an offer that could expose everything she is trying to hide. And that is why Wednesday's episode feels bigger than one argument. Brooke may believe she is protecting Hope from a risky decision, but Hope may hear something very different. She may hear control. She may hear judgment. She may hear her mother choosing loyalty to the old family order over faith in her own daughter. If Hope and Liam decide to step away from Brooke's property, that would not just be a change of address. It would be a statement. They would no longer be living inside Brooke's world, following Brooke's emotional rules, or waiting for permission to build a future on their own terms. And once that distance is created, the Logan family may never feel the same again. At the same time, Dylan's situation adds another layer of mystery. Daphne's offer may look elegant and harmless, but on the bold and the beautiful, beautiful opportunities often come with hidden strings. So is Daphne opening a door for Dylan, or quietly pulling her closer to a secret she cannot escape? Now I want to hear from you. Is Brooke truly worried about Hope, or is she afraid of losing control? Should Hope and Liam finally move out and start fresh, or would leaving only make the family war worse? And what do you think Daphne really wants? Share your thoughts in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more bold and the beautiful spoiler breakdowns. Because after Wednesday, this may no longer be just family tension. It may become the beginning of a full Logan fall.